1, 2,
3,
4, 5. Come on, people. We need to have a fucking highlight reel of us not being able to count.
You need to get some bitches.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay,
that was really
fine.
good.
The last one was okay.
Sam. Dipshit
God.
McGee. Hold on, let me dump some of my Mike and Ike's. Oh, I actually don't have that much left.
Why are oranges called orange? Why aren't apples called reds? Oh my god.
I'm gonna go into your room and fucking throw Mike and Ike at you.
Eating a burger with no honey mustard.
This is your last
Eating a burger
warning.
with no honey mustard.
Last warning.
Eating a burger with no honey mustard. Eating a burger with no honey mustard.
No.
Eating a burger with no honey mustard. 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 Eating a burger with no honey mustard.
You're still fucking going.
Eating a burger with no honey mustard.
Is this the fucking intro?
Welcome everybody back to another episode of I almost said One Piece Feast, the weekly gig.
Okay,
This is
continue your story.
This is episode
Eating a burger with
29.
What
No
the
honey
heck?
mustard.
Oh, okay.
It's episode 29. We're almost to 30, guys, fellas, folks.
Are we gonna have another guest on?
Right now.
Who would you want as a guest?
Christian?
Oh, you mean for? Oh, I gotcha.
Christian?
Yeah, let me send a letter to Chris Chan in jail.
I mean, it would
Okay.
be pretty dope.
I think it got out this morning.
I don't think
This
she would
morning.
go on our. I don't think she would go on our podcast.
You
Breaking
never know.
news.
Breaking
Christian escaped from jail.
to be on podcast.
Using the power of the 7 chaotic crystals. Why do we do this?
Why do
What
we
do we
always
do?
talk about Christian?
Why do we do this?
Joey had sex with his mom?
I'm getting sick of you misgendering Chris Chan.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I
I
To be-
notice it.
To
But I
be
don't-
fair,
I don't have the urge to correct it.
she is a piece of shit. So. I get
Yeah,
it.
and like we all listened to 40 hours of a more probably of a
I was just
documentary
gonna say this.
where
Yeah.
they were referred to as he, and then the last few episodes it's she. So just by force of habit.
Yeah, and he's such a piece of shit now that I don't care to I don't want to tend to his wants. He wants to be
Where did
You're
the mic
really
go?
emphasizing it now.
he doesn't
It's not on accident anymore.
he doesn't
This
deserve
is a
it.
hate crime.
Listen. He himself doesn't deserve that luxury to be called a girl. He doesn't deserve what he wants. He doesn't deserve freedom right now. He's in jail.
Jesus Christ.
Really.
It hurts,
digging in
doesn't
there.
it?
Title
It
of this
shouldn't hurt him.
episode.
I didn't know you
Sam
supported
hates the
incest.
LGBTQ.
You like incest, Eddie?
What?
You into it? Defending
think-
Christian.
I don't think those go hand in hand.
Look, you go out of your way to tell
No-
me your pronoun.
No correlation.
Hold on, listen. You go out of your way to tell me your pronoun. Don't worry, I will always go by what you want. Unless you're a rapist, unless you're a child molester, and or a serial killer. Those are the three. There you go.
All right. I see what you're. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
It is unfortunate though that, he was raised in such a shit situation and had so much access to the internet.
I mean, a lot of it happened when they were over the age of 20. So
No.
we've had unlimited access to the internet like all our lives. We just haven't. I guess the biggest thing is that we weren't diagnosed with autism and bullied for it.
Yeah. He was a bad case. But there's a lot more. See, it sucks because he was
This is supposed to be the Elden Ring episode.
Yeah, it
I
will
was
be.
about
Hold
to
on,
say
hold on.
something about it. This is what our if we kept talking about this would be what, like the third podcast where we just talked about Chris Chan.
Can we be honest though? Like we get them views a little bit
Fourth?
better when we
To
talk
be
about
fair,
it,
yes, the two that I'm looking at right now are close to 100
Shut up.
views.
so I'm thinking the thumbnail for this video should be Chris Chan on the horse
Yeah,
I'll
I'll take that one photo where we photoshopped where Hunter made his face very handsome
Or yassified him.
and put it like in a helmet on Elden Ring on a character or something.
Dude, what if it was like a nice shot of like it was like a behind, like the camera's like behind him and he's looking at this big boss with like a sword and we know it's Chris Chan, but
We
the
know.
boss he's looking at is Sonichu
Or like Liquid.
just looking down at him, or one of his bullies, one of his trolls.
Lars.
Yeah, like Lars, but like how would you make that? It'd be
I
easier
love
just to do
Lars.
Sonichu.
It'd be easier to do Liquid. Or
Liquid
do you mean like
Chris.
a drawing of Sonichu? Fucking. So Elden Ring came out. We haven't recorded in like a month. I also haven't uploaded in a month, so there's a couple episodes that still need to go out. I've been slacking.
Rightfully so.
That's okay. Between this and D&D, I have like no free time. It fucking sucks. So, the break was nice. I'm eating gummy worms.
Elden Ring was not the game we wanted. It was the game we needed.
Yeah, I played the
mean-
fuck out of it.
Speak for yourself.
We needed that game. And they
It's funny because
delivered so hard.
I wasn't really following Elden Ring and wasn't really that excited for it.
Me
Because
neither.
they're like, it's an open world game. I was like, I hate open world games. They're not my favorite. Like I didn't finish Breath of the Wild and I love Zelda games, but that's also because I got it on the Wii U and other shit got in the way and then I got distracted. Anyways, but then I saw some stuff about it and I was like, this looks like Dark Souls because like Sekiro is fine, Bloodborne is good, but this definitely is based on Dark Souls. And then I was like, ooh, yum, 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 yum.
That high fantasy setting that really draws you in.
Those controls. I'm only 30 hours in.
As of right now, I'm
me
at
too.
I'm at 77.
Me too.
Really? You're only at 77. I'm
Yeah.
30 hours in, and I've done nothing.
You also play games differently than we do.
Yeah.
I guess so. I'm like scouring every fucking inch.
And hold on. This is actually a good segue. It's not even a segue. I'm going to talk about literally what you just said. What like with the whole every inch thing, I didn't respect you for saying that too much. I was like, just fucking beat it and then explore later. And then I saw that night, actually, I saw a TikTok and it was a streamer. You guys might have saw it too, honestly, because everything that's trending goes on all of our pages.
Yeah.
He was like, why am I like 150 hours in and I haven't beat the, like he read a chat, he read the chat and he answers it and his answer was fucking actually amazing. Like I completely agree. And that's probably why I haven't even beaten the game. I can't beat it because I'm too busy, too fucking busy doing other things in the map. But he said, why do I want to beat this game? Like, why do I want to beat it? 'Cause when I beat it, then it's like, it's gonna, I guess there's New Game Plus. I guess he didn't say anything about that, but he was like, then it's over. Then I know the ending. When I know there's like hundreds and hundreds of more hours I could put into it, searching the map and exploring this beautiful world they made, I'm just going to beat the 6 main bosses and that's it?
Yeah,
And
I'm
then-
going to be playing this game for a very long time.
So he said it way better, but like basically that, like he was just like, why would I just go beat it real fast? No, I want to experience every boss. I want to continue to, I want this game to continue to feel really alive and like, and not know where to turn, not know what's around the corner.
Well,
And I get that.
It's also just how I play games. It's kind of annoying for open world games because
Yeah.
I feel like with those, you're definitely meant to like go back to a lot of places or whatever. But this is probably the best open world game that'll ever exist to me.
Mhm.
Yes.
And I mean, because like I've said this before also, like with the whole time thing. I'm gonna get off on a little bit of a tangent. I think I said this on the podcast. I don't know, but whenever I beat games for the first time, I'm pretty slow about it. Like Resident Evil 2 remake, I think it took me 8.5 hours to beat Leon A, which like I could have. Most people beat it like 2 hours faster than that. Same thing with the Resident Evil 3 remake. My first run was like 6.5.
And it's a shorter game, right?
Yeah. But I don't know. I guess I just really take my time and really immerse myself in the game. Like fucking, not to rag on Hunter, but the day Resident Evil 8 came out, you played it nonstop and beat it that night.
Yep.
And that baffles me.
See,
I'm like,
yeah, we're different when it comes to that. When a game comes out that I'm really looking forward to, I will big dick that thing so hard. And
yeah, but it's
fucking-
already over.
yeah, and I did New Game Plus.
Yeah, I mean, there is replay stuff to it, but it's just like, I don't know. I guess I like to take my time with some things.
If I'm really into it, I want to see everything I'm able to do as soon as possible, just so I have all this information in me right away.
Yeah, like, and then I explore a little bit too much. I look at like all the nooks and crannies for those fucking little like wooden horses. Obviously, I miss a lot of them, but I don't know. And with open world games, my ADHD is just going crazy nonstop. It's going ding, 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 ding. I have like 1,000 waypoints on the map. Like, I gotta go here, and then I'll go here and here and here. And it's all that stuff. But this game does open world the best. Like, I could not for the life of me play Skyrim. I just couldn't do it. It just wasn't my type of game. And it's a shame that Dark Souls 1 fell into the shadow of Skyrim because, in my opinion, even though it's kind of a broken piece of shit, well, I guess so is Skyrim. It's
Skyrim's so fucking broken. It's not even funny.
Dark Souls 1 is so much better of a game than Skyrim.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I beat Skyrim like 80 times.
I was gonna say I played the everlasting fuck out of Skyrim. I
Same.
think I bought it like
Same.
4 times.
Like, I did every possible thing I could think to do in Skyrim over the course of like 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Non-stop playing. It was the game to jump on and explore more. Same with Fallout, like those types of open world games. And then, I ran into someone at my vocational school in high school, suggested that I play this game called Dark Souls, and I said, "What's that? It sounds stupid." And
it does sound stupid.
Dark Souls, what's it about? I don't get it. And then he explained it really poorly to me. He was just like, you have like a sword and stuff, and you can like run, you like hit. There's like monsters, and you can like hit them. And I was like, that sounds weird. And then I didn't buy it for like a month, And then he finally convinced me, like, all right, I guess I'll try it. It sounds hard. And I was stuck. I was stuck on that first boss for an entire 24 hours. I could not beat that boss. I couldn't beat it. It was such a different game than anything I've ever played.
Put you in your place, I guess.
Bro, I could those Skyrim dragons, I could fucking kill it with my eyes closed. But this first boss in Dark Souls, it was such a different type of game, such different play style, and I fell in love with it while getting so pissed off. It's amazing
Yeah.
that a game could just give you a good old spanking on the hindquarters for so long, and you just keep going back for more. You want more. You always want everything you can get out of it, except Sekiro. I never played it. I don't know.
I liked it. I didn't beat it, but I liked it.
It was a PlayStation exclusive, I think, so that's probably why Sam didn't play it.
It's on PC. Like at
oh.
launch.
No.
I didn't really like the combat of Sekiro as much. It seemed like a little too spammy for me. But yeah, like I just couldn't get behind how you played Skyrim, and it's crazy because Dark Souls, like, everything's quick, everything's snappy, like all your encounters are over within like 30 seconds.
All your what?
Encounters.
Yeah. And the thing about Skyrim is, the reason I think I like Dark Souls so much, so fast, I was so into it, is because they knock the combat system out of the fucking park. Like Skyrim.
It's simple, but
it's simple, but it's not though. Like it's simple. It's okay. What's that saying? Easy to learn, hard to master.
yeah.
It's kind of like that, I guess. That's what came to mind. But like when you play Skyrim, I'm sure Hunter can vouch for me on this. The combat when you have Dark Souls, not like about Dark Souls, you've played the shit out of it, you know about it. You can agree with me that Skyrim's combat system is fucking dog shit.
Oh, it's god fucking awful. Oh my god.
It's
Don't even get
so
started.
bad.
The biggest thing that I hate about Skyrim's combat compared to like Dark Souls is that in Skyrim, when you hit an enemy, they have no reaction to it at all. You fucking hit them, they go, ah! But they don't move.
Exactly.
And your sword just slides across them.
And it never it feels like you're just hitting them with a wet noodle too. It doesn't it doesn't feel like there's contact.
Yeah, the little bit that I've played, I can totally
they just fall over when they're I'm dead now, and then they fall over after I hit them with my wet noodle for a little bit.
Yeah, the only time they like actually fucking react to you beating the shit out of them is when they have less than like 5 health and they like fall to their knees and like, oh, don't kill me. Like, this is it.
Yeah, like that's all they do.
Whereas in fucking Dark Souls, everyone has like poise and shit, and depending
that
on
is the
how
best.
how much damage you do, they react to it.
It's like it's such a more complex system too, like with poise and stuff. When you take all that into effect, it's like it makes the PvP so much better because it's like I gotta get my poise up or I'm gonna get smacked around and die immediately. Same with bosses and all that shit. It's the same. It's like the same. It's just, I don't know. It's a fucking polished system they have going for them, and
wow,
Elden Ring's
Dark Souls 1 is a little, but yes. The netcode for Dark Souls 1 wasn't great. You could pull off some cool backstabs that everybody loves.
Yeah, including me. I was a part of that. I mastered it. I mastered backstabbing.
The good old lag backstab.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
It's
Lag
fucking
backstab.
so stupid.
I did the lag stab.
Elden Ring feels like it's...
Yeah, you can't do that now. And there's so many fucking options for PvP now.
It has a little bit of everything.
Excited.
Everything's
I'm so excited
viable.
for us to like just PvP each other when we're just at our best and we have like, and we're able to use like everything. Like when our characters are just like off the charts with fucking
working them up.
It's gonna be so fun.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, quite.
But on that note,
yes.
talk for like 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
1, 2. For me, one of the things that I really like about Elden Ring is that there are a bunch of like builds that are like definitely
More
meta,
viable.
like katanas and everything. Like everyone's using that, but if you use something else that isn't part of the meta, it's still really fucking good.
Yeah, especially if you learn how to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a situation for everything. I mean, there's some things that are the answer to every situation, but there's some things that there's some situations that have specific answers. And with that, I just like the variety and all the options. Like bows in Dark Souls 1 really weren't useful. Spells were okay. But in Elden Ring, it seems like everything's viable,
Yeah.
which is crazy because there's so much. There's so much. I'm also having just a lot of fun with, like, I never really got into the magic stuff. I mean, a little bit, but like actually using it on like a main playthrough, not so much. But this one, like, I've got a whole bunch of incantations.
Yeah, incantations, just spells, literal like faith builds are really fucking good.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
good, it's good.
It's definitely
I'm
like
currently running Strength Faith.
mine is Dex and Intelligence.
Yeah, I think Sam's is similar.
Yeah. His intelligence is really fucking good. But,
Yeah, those spells.
yeah, I've changed my build 3 times and tried 3 different things. My first one was just like normal strength vigor, like what you'd normally do in any fucking Dark Souls, big fucking sword and shield, power through everything. And then I switched to dual scythes for a while, which was really fucking fun. And then now I'm doing dual katanas.
You scumbag.
Yeah, because it's fun. It's really fun. Even though it's the meta,
Yeah.
it's super fucking fun.
Yeah, who cares what you do? People are like gatekeeping.
Oh,
They're like,
if-
you use summons in your...
Yeah, the
in your boss
FromSoft
fights?
community specialty gatekeeping.
I mean, it usually isn't too bad. There's obviously the inside jokes about Dex people and all that, but I feel like this game got super popular. It got so much
people
traction.
Fucking love it. 10s across the board and everything.
Like, and I think that those 10s really brought the hype to get a lot of new fans into the series, which is crazy. And a lot of people that just shit on it because that's not their type of game.
Yeah.
I'm back. Throughout work, I know 3 people now that haven't played any Souls game, and they're like, "Yeah, I got it."
Yeah.
Like,
There've been a couple
just-
people that fucking. I have for context, Sam and I used to work in the same building, but we don't anymore because I got moved. But I have a friend in the new building that I work with who I've known for a few years now, and he was telling me
Whoa.
how he's always hated Dark Souls and Bloodborne, but he fucking loves Elden Ring. God damn.
Did he tell you what he hated about the other ones?
Thought they were too hard.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the big fucking
That's what I
thing
like to
that
hear.
people didn't like
That's what I like
about
to hear.
Dark Souls. Oh, it's too hard.
You fucking elitist, Sam.
Yeah, dude. That's what when they say that's the reason they don't like it, it just makes me smile. I love it. It's like, yeah, it's a good game. You just couldn't do it. Fuck you.
Yeah, that is one thing that I predicted. I mean, just also based on stuff that I heard, is that Elden Ring can be made easier. And part of it's the design. The design can't be as, like, cutthroat. It can't be as specific because there's unlimited ways you can go through it. And also there's so many places you can go if you're stuck somewhere. You can get something and come back. And then, obviously, people have found, like, the overpowered shit.
Yeah.
But it is fun, and you can play how you want. which is good. If you don't like summons, then just don't use them. Like it's whatever. Like the game is what you make of it, which is it's pretty nice. What we talked about what builds our characters are when you were gone, Sam. Yours is intelligence and something. What else are you focusing on?
Intelligence and what would halberds be categorized as?
Dex.
Yeah, I have a
The
Dex
Dex
intelligence
thing.
build.
There you go. So you're just copying Hunter then. I see.
Is that what he's doing?
Yeah.
Really? Sweet.
Yeah.
What weapon do you use?
Use the fucking fuck. What's it called? Moonveil.
See, the halberd's weird though because it's like it's a little bit of Dex, and then the rest of it just goes into strength.
Mm-hmm.
You have to
Yeah.
be able to hold the halberd, and then after that, it's like, okay, I need to level up strength now
Strength
to
scaling.
be able to have
weapon-
it pack a punch.
The weapon I'm using scales with both strength and dex right now, so that's good.
Okay, I'm on journey 2, and I'm just like walking around and literally doing everything that I might have skipped because I don't know exactly what the fuck I skipped because I did so fucking much in journey 1. So technically, I'm just playing the game again. But I'm trying my hardest just to find a weapon that is just unique and that no one's using, so I can just power the shit out of that and use that.
Yeah.
What I really
It's-
want to do is go into New Game Plus with my Mimic, and I want it completely maxed out, like whatever the highest you can upgrade your Mimic to. And, with my current build that I'll have at the time, I want it to fight the first thing you see in New Game, in Elden Ring, the fucking
The tree sentinel.
yeah,
The
tree
Oh, they'll fuck 'em
sentinel.
up.
Or the tutorial, baby.
We don't
No,
care
not
about the
that.
tutorial,
Fuck,
baby.
that's sick. I skipped that by
Yeah.
accident.
Like everybody did.
What?
I didn't even.
just died.
I went back at like level 80 and killed it in one hit. It's pretty cool.
Well, yeah, when you fucking wake up in a From Software game and you see a ledge and a sign that says fucking jump, you don't
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or take the plunge.
I feel like my new game plus is gonna be like the opposite of Hunter's. So like right now, I've only fought 2 of the main bosses,
Yeah.
and
I barely listen to this.
I'm taking it slow. Well, I've had shit get in the way.
Yeah. 30 hours. That's not a lot.
No,
No, I mean that like actually though, because this game's so fucking big. Like I wasn't even being sarcastic. The game is fucking huge. It took me probably the same amount of time to get through the second boss.
But I feel like in New Game Plus, I'll probably try to like beat shit through it. I don't see myself playing this game too many times, to be honest, just because it's such a journey.
It's a huge fucking game, so that it'll definitely won't have enough like replay value as like Dark Souls 1 does for me.
But one playthrough lasts fucking 80 Dark Souls 1, so
Yeah.
yeah, I guess you can say it's worth it.
Oh,
I'll pick at it. I'll pick at it. Gum.
yeah.
I can't avoid. It's on TikTok all the time, so I can't avoid
Mhm.
everything.
Before I I went and beat the final boss and everything. I made sure to go through all like the main areas of the game and kill all the bosses that have achievements tied to them. So all like the main
Oh.
big bosses that you can fight, I did.
All the demigods.
Yes, all the demigods. And
Oh.
there's one boss that wasn't
Epic.
like hard at all, but just how they looked and played was probably my favorite boss in the entire FromSoft series.
The
Is
lava
it-
worm.
Is it okay to ask which one?
Let me find the fucking name for it.
Yeah. Let's talk about the world while he's looking that up. Let's talk about the world of Elden Ring.
It's the most life-filled world I've ever seen in a video game.
Really? Like open world?
Yeah. Like it's just the most lively world ever. You just see
There's
little
always something
animals
going on.
running around, goats. They just have a bunch of wildlife just running around on top of enemies. It's like
A caravan that you can take over and steal their chests.
when you see a bunch of deer and goats, you're just walking through a big field, and then you look to your left and you see a giant just walking around. Come on. Something about that itself just is like, it's so cool to me. Like, it's like you just fucking walk around and you don't know what you're going to see. It's just so good.
Yeah, there are some like little pathways that are like guarded by a couple enemies, and then I go to the edge and there's nothing there. And I'm like, what was the point? But
That makes it even better. It's like you never know what you're going to get.
I've stumbled upon many caves. Many caves by doing that shit.
Yes.
Also, the boss I was thinking of is named Astal Natural Born of the Void.
Is that the skull face in space?
Yes.
That's the one that had like a low percentage of people that beat it, right?
Correct.
There's like 0.7 or something like that. Or 7%.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Isn't there 2 versions of it?
Not that I know.
Because I beat it. Like,
Yeah, you beat it for Ronnie's quest line.
oh.
Yeah.
Well, then I beat it.
Yeah, I know you beat it.
I didn't think that was the one that was hard. I thought it was the one
No, it's
that's
not
in
hard. It's not hard at all. It's just a really fun fight.
Which is the one? So that's not the one that those like people aren't able to beat.
That's
There's
the one
also
that
that
has
one
the low
girl.
percentage, but it probably doesn't now.
Well, I knew there was one that like under 1,000 people beat at the time of like posting the report or whatever it was, but it was like it was like a boss in some tornado valley area.
Oh, it's
You have to like lay down.
yeah,
you have
it's
to like emote.
it's a fucking dragon. I forget.
Okay.
It's called something
Oh.
fucking weird, like
Fat
placid,
nuts.
yeah, placid something. Yeah.
Flaccid.
Yeah, that's also a fun fight that I enjoyed.
I haven't even seen that fucking tornado place. I have no idea where it is.
Oh, that's endgame stuff.
Nice.
Oh no. There's a dragon that I had to run away from, and I'll have to come back to him.
The
It's,
Flintstone dragon.
It's a no, I just couldn't fight it. I wasn't strong enough. It's at the top of the one mountain that you go up by like the I don't know what the grace is called. Tombstone something graveyards. I don't know. There's a bunch of like caravans that are knocked over into a pile,
Yeah, I know
and
what
it's
you're
like a
talking about.
white dragon with red electricity.
Mhm.
And I had to run away from it. I couldn't fight it yet. So I marked it. I'll be back.
I marked
Bitch.
it. I like.
I spent too much time
nothing.
leveling. I spent too much time leveling Faith that my strength and health are lacking. But now I can do all the incantations I want. Yeah, I marked like every fucking merchant, but now they updated it, and now the merchants have little icons, so I gotta go through and take those out. Some nitpicks I have with the game, mostly minor nitpicks. The biggest one's the map. Hunter and I both agree that it's stupid that you push the back button or whatever to open the map, and then to close it, naturally I push the back button again, but instead it opens up a separate menu that I now have to push B 2 times to get out of the map, and I do it literally every time.
Yep.
Out of habit, I just hit the map button, and it just brings up a menu that I've never looked at. I don't even know what it says because I just
It's
quickly
literally just like view controls and something else.
like fuels me with rage.
Yeah, it's literally the most, it's not the most, it's the least inconvenient thing, but it still pisses me off so much.
Fills me up with so much rage.
Yeah.
There's a lot of those like, oh, there's 10 fucking graves or whatever, coffins, caskets or whatever that are made out of stone, and you get all the runes from it. It's like, okay, I've seen this 8 times now on the overworld. Like, thanks for the runes, but also it's just the same thing. Also with like all the swords that are stabbed into the ground with that like big guts sword.
Yeah.
Like I've seen that a lot. Obviously they do reuse some stuff, which of course you do.
Yeah, it's From Software. They reuse a fuck ton of things every game. So, like,
Well, I mean, open world games in general, like if they have a bunch of caves that are similar, they're going to reuse cave assets.
Yep.
Which isn't a big problem. A lot of them blend in together, obviously, but that's totally fine. Any other nitpicks I can think of? It's hard to find any.
there's been
One, because I'm not that far.
one, I was talking to our friend Billy about this. Even though the game is super fun and it's incredibly fun to play, some of the bosses just feel too fast for the game.
Oh, like how they hit.
Yeah, like their attack patterns and everything. Like, they feel like Elden Ring is very much like
yes.
Dark Souls, whereas some bosses are very much Bloodborne.
It kind of sucks because there's some attacks where they hit you and then they hit again, but you have enough time to get up and be hit again, but you don't have enough time to even dodge.
Yeah. That's
There's
pretty much it. That's the like
ran into a
part of
couple
it.
attacks like that where you're just stuck if you get hit by the one thing. Like, there's nothing you can do.
There's one thing that just really pisses me off. Not in like a, this is a bullshit fucking mechanic. More like a, fuck, I'm an idiot and did this and now I'm paying the consequences. It's when you're on the fucking horse and you get your shit rocked and fall off it. You stay on the ground for so fucking long to the point where you're fucking mashing B or whatever the fuck you use when you play to dodge roll, and fucking you're just getting walloped on the ground and just screaming, "Get the fuck up! Get the fuck up!"
Yeah, the horse combat is iffy sometimes. It's fine with most bosses, but I find like if I'm fighting, like if I'm trying to hit a regular enemy on the ground that takes 2 or more hits, I'm just running in circles around them, missing like crazy. It's a little frustrating. It's not the worst. You're probably not really meant to fight small guys like that on your horse, but
literally, like,
it's up
the
to you.
Things that I say piss me off is always because of me. It's always my fault in the game. It's not like poor design or anything. It's just that I'm an idiot.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be getting knocked off my fucking horse every 5 minutes if I didn't rush up to this open world boss and my horse just fucking swinging my sword and wondering why the fuck I'm getting my shit rocked.
Yes. Yeah, another similar thing where it's like totally your fault is platforming with the horse sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Because it has a way faster startup than like your player does, and also I think it has a little bit of like a roundabout when you turn around, like if you hit the opposite direction that your horse is facing.
Mm-hmm.
So like there've been many times where I've been on the edge and I've just gone off. Or like I've jumped too far because I don't expect to go so far on the horsey. But all in all, I don't think any open world game will ever top this.
No.
At least for me.
As someone who likes open world games, unlike you, this is literally like the best open world game I've ever played.
That's good.
Same.
That's good. Good stuff. Even like all the messages and all the like inside jokes, like they call everything dogs. Every time there's a turtle, somebody calls it a dog. It's the best.
Yeah. But
It's
the
best.
in the game, we all know From Software's love for god-awful enemies like the dogs and the rats. They added another one, which is fucking birds. Birds with knives.
Yeah, that are
I hate
inconvenient to hit.
Yeah. Like, when I first encountered, I think I was like level 20 or something, and I was in, I think it's Stormvale Castle, running across fucking outside, and I just get fucking walloped by this bird. I'm like, alright, it's a normal-ass bird. I'll fucking fuck it up when it comes towards me. It flies down, stops, fucking brandishes literal, like, knives in its talons. I'm like, what the fuck? And it beats the shit out of me. I'm like, this is unfair!
It attacks super fast.
I know. It does, like, fucking 4 hits within, like, 2 seconds. You're like, well, I'm dead.
Yep. Nothing I can do. I also really appreciate how almost anything, including bosses, can be parried, backstabbed, or staggered.
Mm-hmm.
Like with poise to do critical attacks. I really appreciate that. Because it, a lot of people like Bloodborne more than Dark Souls because it has that faster combat. Where and then Dark Souls, like, it's more so like use your shield or wait for the enemy to attack. But in Elden Ring, you can play however you want. Like, you can rush in, hit the fuck out of them, stun them, and then get a critical that way. Or you can hold up your shield, use like the shield Ash of War that makes it so your shield tanks heavier hits easier, and you can play that way. It's great. And when you block an attack, you can hit the right trigger or whatever and do like a faster version of your heavy attack. It's crazy. It's amazing. It literally caters to everybody, including people that cheese every boss with the fucking Kamehameha.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited to get that.
I don't know. What that is.
It kind of sucks that's a thing. They did nerf it, I think, but it kind of sucks because then people can just like, oh, I beat Elden Ring, I breezed through it, and they just used that. But that's how they wanted to play. So who am I to take their enjoyment out of it that way? And also, there's players that aren't as experienced in these games as we are that can't quite raw dog it. That they just have to survive however they can. So it is what it is. It happens. It's just so good. It's so.
Yeah, you're so right. So, what are your nitpicks with it?
I don't like how you can't customize the horse. Just kidding. The game's perfect.
So what else has been new with us this last month since we recorded?
Literally the only thing I fucking do with my life. Fucking Elden Ring, work, and D&D. That is my life.
Yeah. I saw the Jujutsu Kaisen 0 movie. It was really fucking good.
Yeah, give me your in-depth review on it.
It was pretty true to the manga, and what they added that wasn't part of the manga was all great. It was all amazing, and every single new thing that I saw made me so excited and so happy. And they really tied it in with the anime a little bit more, because Volume 0, opposed to like how like Resident Evil 0 is, or like video game versions of 0, like with Resident Evil, it came out after the first game came out. It came out after the second, third, and all that. With Jujutsu Kaisen, and I guess most manga, that isn't the case, which I didn't really know until a couple weeks ago. And the Zero was more so like the pilot of the series for them to decide whether or not it gets picked up. So like a lot of the characters that were in the anime obviously weren't there, but they would have been given the circumstances. So they added that, like, stuff like that in, and it was just really good. The ending of the manga was kind of rushed. The anime did a really good job at not doing that. They gave Gojo a nice fight scene where he beat the fuck out of somebody with his fists, by the way. And in the manga, that was like a 1-page fight, but in the movie, it was like 2 minutes or so. It was good stuff. It was brilliantly animated. Went a little fast in the beginning, but I mean, the manga is only 4 chapters, so they had to do it somehow, and I think they did a really good job. Yuta is pretty epic. He's an epic gamer, and I think he's going to become relevant again in the anime soon. So they probably picked a perfect time to animate the book. It was a good time. And then we got Milkshake Factory afterwards.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, bud.
Which were also very yummy. Good times. Sam's butthole turned inside out in between the last recording and this one when he was at work. I don't know if he wants to talk about that happening, but
What are you talking about?
Oh, you don't want to tell that story? Oh, we don't have to. We don't have to get into it if you don't feel comfortable.
Yeah, I'm a little uncomfortable with it.
Okay, then we won't tell them about when your anus prolapsed.
Yeah.
Other than that, we're lame. We haven't done anything.
When a fucking new game comes out, that is our lives.
It's a shame.
Is it? Is it though?
No. We played a little bit of Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance.
Oh yeah.
Fucking sucks.
The game is so fucking awful. The music is amazing though.
It's become so bad it's good.
Yeah, the only reason why we're going through it is because of the memes.
Yeah.
That is literally it. Other than that, the game has poor writing, amazing soundtrack, gameplay is kind of wonky, but
it really makes you feel like you can cut everything up.
Yeah,
because you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the memes, we probably would never pick the game up again.
No, because I fucking bought it when it came out, played it for like 10, 20 minutes. It was like, this is not Metal Gear, and never played it again.
Yeah, we were very surprised when you had it.
Yeah. Because I completely forgot that I even bought it so many years ago when it came out.
It would make a really good Let's Play game.
Yeah.
But it's kind of too late for us to do that now.
But at least I can say that it's not the fucking worst Metal Gear game. 'Cause that's Metal Gear Survive.
Oh, yeah. That's
Don't
true.
fucking get me started on that. Oh my god.
A worse game has come out.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Actually, let me look up the reviews and compare Rising and Survive.
Oh, no.
Rising reviews.
Yeah, it's a really fun game if you don't take it seriously, even though it takes itself so seriously. They also just retcon a bunch of shit for no reason.
Which, I mean, it's fine because it's not canon to the story. Same with Metal Gear Survive, but... Let me look. I'll compare...
But also, like, every story callback that they made, Hunter's been like, that's not right.
Yeah.
Those things shouldn't be active, or that's not true. His wife hates him being violent and killing people.
I'll compare the PS3 Rising with the PS4 survive. So on the PS3, Metal Gear Rising got an 80 on Metacritic, which is
Wow.
surprising to me.
What?
Yeah.
I guess, I don't know. Maybe the time was different. It was made by Platinum or whatever, the same people that
Yeah.
made Bayonetta. So as like a hack and slash, it's not the worst thing. But
Yeah, all the reviews that I'm reading from like critics are like, "Oh, this is Platinum Games made another good game."
they probably don't know anything about, like most of these reviewers probably don't know the intricacies of Metal Gear.
Hopefully. And then for Metal Gear Survive on the PS4, it's rocking at a 60, which is a lot higher than I thought it
Wow.
would be. When it
Both of
comes
those
to,
were higher than.
When it comes to user scores, Metacritic does a like 1 out of 10 for that instead of like 1 out of 100 for like their Metascore. Their user score for Metal Gear
Weird.
Rising is 8 out of 10. So fans
No.
fans like it apparently. But vastly different. Metal Gear Survive, guess their user review.
0.
It is a 1.4.
Oh my gosh.
I played
It should
when
be less
it
than
came
that.
out for Xbox One, PS4, and such. I worked at GameStop, and whenever we got a used game in, we could check it out for a few days and play it. So when someone brought in Metal Gear Survive and traded it in, I'm like, fuck it, I'll check this out and I'll play it. It is god fucking awful. It is a terribly awful game.
That's
which,
that's a good perk for working at GameStop.
yeah, that is literally like one of the best perks. But they took Metal Gear Solid 5's gameplay, which is really good. It's a really good gameplay for even a Metal Gear game, and they just shit on it. They shit on it so fucking bad. They were like,
Speaking of open world games.
Yeah. They were like, let's put a stamina meter in the game because it's a survival game, which makes sense until your character crouches and it takes more stamina than sprinting
To crouch.
And then it depletes even more if you're crouched and walking.
Bro.
It's a fucking awful game.
That's disgusting.
I would rather play Ark than Metal Gear Survive.
Hell yeah. Let's do it. Let's run it up. Servers. They have ray tracing.
Do they?
Yeah, my computer runs it. It actually looks really fucking good.
It's fucking
Fuck
weird.
that game. I'm over it.
Yeah.
A game that I could never know if like the title of it was the right title, but it was. That looked interesting was The Forest.
Oh, The Forest is fun.
It always looked weird, but
Mhm.
now there's another one coming out. That Sons of the Forest or some shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, I might look into it.
It's
might look
fun.
into
I
it.
have it on Steam. I only have about 5 hours into it, but I played it like when it first came out. It was fun then.
It's another like survival.
Yeah, it's
kinda-
survival game,
Okay.
which I
Except with
like
like
the
weird
survival
fucking finger monsters that can
Yeah.
fly and like come together in a giant herd and World War Z like pile up to a mountain or whatever to get to you.
Yep.
Sounds crazy, Brad.
It's
Sounds like
definitely
actually scary.
I mean, if you buy it on Steam, I'll play it with you. You can play it in
We'll have to
VR
see how
too.
much it is. No.
Yeah.
It's not good.
How do you know?
2 hours of my playtime.
Support.
The VR
Yeah.
version?
It's still fun.
I mean, Skyrim VR is the fucking worst VR game in the world. It probably plays pretty cool, but it's not built well.
The only thing
I
you
mean,
do in Skyrim VR is use a bow. and
Get
that's really
sick.
Yeah, and get sick.
the only
The
thing I
bow's
do in
actually
Skyrim
fun.
VR. Yeah, I bet. The only thing
You
I
and
do
I
in
fucked
Skyrim
with it
VR
that
is
one
get
time.
Sick. I've played it for like 5 minutes. I think you played it more than I did.
Yeah, but when I got that bow, it was actually fun. Like you could aim with it, shoot. It just felt really good.
Yeah. I thought that would be like the one thing that made me actually be able to play Skyrim, but it just makes me sick because like you can actually swing your sword or whatever instead of, and I thought maybe it would feel better, but it's just impossible to play. We need to play more Phasmophobia. Sam was saying this earlier. He wanted to play more VR games. And then he was
space for it.
Yeah, but I can't look at VR games without seeing 8 million hentai games.
I was gonna say he was just sending a bunch of hentai games to us
Because they look so fucking stupid. Every single one of them. Like, at least make a good one for me.
Well, they know that horny losers will buy them.
Yeah,
and they
do.
They don't need to
definitely
put as
do.
much effort into them because people will buy them. So that's how it goes. And I'm sure they don't have a budget for it because nobody's like, hey, make this hentai game. Like it's probably like a small team trying to make a quick buck. And they do, I'm sure. Crazy. But I mean, we can at the very least play Phasmophobia with you, Hunter.
Yeah.
Because there's been a shit ton of updates that we haven't played.
I played Phasmophobia.
Apparently the game's just harder.
I played Phasmophobia with my friends Anna Marie and Matt last month, I think it was. It's fun. I big dick every time I go in and just scream the ghost's name and try to figure out what it is and get out.
Yeah, that's the thing is that I feel like that game, if you're not playing in VR, like after you play it a couple times, you're just like, Jane Johnson. All right, got it. All right, it's a fucking ghost. All right, poltergeist. Done, we did it. But in VR, it's scary. It's actually scary. It's very scary, actually, because it's so dark, and flashlights actually function like flashlights. It's good. It's good shit. Good shit. We need to play it.
Fun.
The first is only $20.
Yes.
Standing here, I realize you are just like me, trying to make a story.
Yeah, you're so right.
I mean, I'm done.
I got nothing. We talked about Elden Ring. That's what I was going to talk about.
Any closing thoughts on Elden Ring?
Game's too fucking good. If it doesn't get game of
The
the year, I will
optimization
actually
is kind of
fucking riot.
iffy at the beginning. I wish I wanted to get on. Okay, I wanted to get on PS5. I'm still on the fence on whether or not getting it on PC was a good idea or not. But
Great
Because all
idea.
you're doing is getting beat by me and Hunter.
Yeah.
no, but I'm glad I did because of the co-op stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's comfy to be on the couch.
You got it to run on your TV.
Yeah, I actually got it to run pretty good. It's not. I haven't done as much cooperative play as I expected. It's kind of not the same as Dark Souls because there's so much shit. Like in Dark Souls, it's like, okay, we'll run it for me and then we'll run it for you. In Elden Ring, it's like, if we take one step in another direction that the other person didn't do, we're gonna end up in a completely different area.
Yeah,
With
it's hard.
completely
It's just straight
different
up hard
stuff.
to do co-op that way.
And it's like,
I don't
well,
even
now I
wanna-
have to go back and get this thing. Like,
I don't even want to ask you for help for anything if I am having trouble on something because I'll have to explain where I am probably. And then like tell you where it is, live stream so you can see and like
No,
Like,
you
so
go
go
to
here,
this
and
side
it's
of
like-
grace and then take a right down the mountain and then down this hidden path.
it's
Yeah,
like
the-
not even worth it. I'd rather die 8 more times.
the castles we might be able to get away with, but really that's about it. Or like the caves, I guess some of the caves. But like, in what world would we be at the same exact cave at the same exact time? Never. Because we all played this game completely different.
Yeah, Yeah, some people fucking took their time with it and having fun, and the rest of us just big ticket.
Yeah, I'm a little baby, short and stout. Okay, one thing I will say about the armor is that I've been rocking the same armor for like 20 hours. I haven't found armor that's better than what I have that doesn't just weigh a shit ton. Or like that doesn't...
See, I had that problem too for a while, but once you get to like the
even with the weight
like,
thing, like I don't think I have pants that are better than my pants, or like gauntlets or helmet. Go on.
For maybe first 15, 20 hours of the game, I was rocking just one like armor set because I was like, oh, I can't find shit. I'm finding a fuck ton of weapons, but not a fuck ton of armor. But then I got to an area called, I think it's Lindell Capital City. I found so fucking much armor and so many enemies that dropped like their armor sets that now I have too many pieces of armor.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I have a fuck ton.
Wow. I have not enough. So I'll pick up some armor. Good. Yeah, I think that was the last comment I had on Elden Ring. It just plays great. It brought back all the good stuff Dark Souls 2 brought into the table that they abandoned in Dark Souls 3 because people didn't like Dark Souls 2.
Dark Souls 2 sucked.
But the community's coming back around on Dark Souls 2 now. So like, in hindsight, it actually had a lot of good ideas. And it's like, that wasn't the problems I had with Dark Souls 2.
Good ideas, horrible executions.
I didn't have a problem with the dual weapons. Or like the fucking square keys. I had a problem with the design. And the fall damage. Yeah. But, I mean, it's okay. It's still a good game. I just don't see myself picking it over the other two. Like, almost ever. Unless I was doing, like, a marathon run through them all.
Yeah.
Or, like, somebody new got the game and they want to play with me. And then I'll be like, okay, I'll boot it up and play it. But other than that, I don't really see myself going back to Dark Souls 2.
I bought it on Steam just to own it.
Yeah. I was considering doing that.
So now I have, pretty sure all the From Software games you can get on PC. That isn't obviously Bloodborne.
Yes, Sekiro.
That's what I pre-ordered it on.
Did you beat it?
No, I said this literally like maybe 20 minutes ago.
I didn't.
No, it's a really fun game. I just didn't beat it because I got to a point where I'm like, okay, well, nothing really too much else I can do other than get my ass beat over and over and over again, and then yeah,
maybe you're just not good at the game.
It started getting a little boring.
Yeah,
I guess I'm not also
didn't really
like
hold my attention.
huge into like feudal Japan as I am like high fantasy. I love the shit out of knights and mages and shit, but I've had I think a little bit too much of feudal Japan in my life.
Yeah. Plus, it came out around the same time Ghost of Tsushima came out, and like a bunch of other games that had that setting.
Yeah,
I remember there was an E3 where there was like 4 or 5 games that looked the same, and I was just over it.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Norse mythology. Like God of War went to Norse mythology, and then so did Assassin's Creed, and then there was like 3 TV shows that are all about Vikings. Vinland Saga came out, and I'm like, okay, I'm done with Norse mythology. I'll play the next God of War, but that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of VR games, I bought Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted and played it for 10 minutes. I need to play more of that. That game is scary too. It's fucking stupid because it's Five Nights at Freddy's.
It is Five Nights at Freddy's.
It genuinely scared me a couple times.
Just jump scares.
Yeah, but it's different because you're in VR. I gotta get Sam to play it.
No.
Okay.
Nah, Sam, next time you're coming over, you're playing it.
Yeah,
Oh.
we'll get you drunk and make you play it. No, that's a terrible
Yeah, I
idea.
was gonna say, that's a
Drunk
god-awful idea.
VR? No.
I'll never play VR drunk.
Nah, I don't
When
think
I'm
it's a
in
good
VR,
idea.
I feel drunk.
I also have an SCP VR game that I've never played.
Pretty sure that's dog shit.
I think it is. I
I'll
also have an
try that.
SCP multiplayer game that I've never played.
Yeah,
That,
I have
both
I
of
think
them
I
are
played,
free.
like, 10 minutes.
I feel like that would be fun, but you have like
You have to have a
roles
big-
in it.
You have to have a decent amount of people to play it. If it's
Like, it's
literally
weird.
fucking me, you, and Sam, it wouldn't be fun. You need like 10 people.
Yeah, because everybody has roles. It's
Yeah.
not like
And it's usually like teams and such. Some people are the SCPs, some people are the whatever, the military
Yeah.
or something.
it would just be so fun if they had the containment breach game and then just put a multiplayer patch on it. Like,
Yeah.
But no. That would ruin the scariness. Well, I guess like the blinking mechanic might be kind of weird. You might be able to just like cheese fucking, what is it, 196 or whatever.
Dude, I don't know SCPs.
But also if it doesn't work, then it's like, oh wow, how'd it get us? You know?
Yeah.
I got a lot of games to play, especially Elden Ring. Speaking of which, it's time to stop recording and play Elden Ring. Probably. I'm gonna eat some gummy worms, stretch my little leggies. Who knows what might happen? It's dark in my room. It's very dark in my room. I had my windows open because it was light out when we started, and I don't have my light on. And now it's dark outside.
Did you hear that daylight savings is canceled?
I heard that it got pretty far. Yeah, there's a good chance that it'll be no more, which is fine. It's fine by me. If it stays like how it is now, or it's lighter in the evening, that's fine. I'm okay with going to work when it's dark out in the winter. The weird thing is that it's just not gonna get light out until like 9 a.m.
Hunter and I are used to it. We fucking go
Yeah.
to work in the dark, leave when it's dark.
Yep.
Not so much anymore, but
I mean, yeah, that was me in the winter too. It's
Yeah.
depressing. I fucking hate it. It puts me in such a mood.
in the morning or when you leave.
Just in general.
In the morning, I like it, but when I leave too, then it gets depressing.
Yeah. You literally don't get to see the sun for like 2 months. It's
True.
shit. Okay. Let's put a cap on this. Let's put a cork in it. So to speak. So I guess we'll see. Thank you everybody for watching.
I'm listening at the podcast.
Thank you. Well, I guess so. I should look into getting these on Spotify and then advertising it on Super Megas.
My friend, my friend Garrett, who I now work with, was asking me about the podcast. He said he'd listen to it if it was on Spotify because he doesn't have like YouTube Red or whatever the fuck it's called now, Premium.
RedTube.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll look into it. I did once, and you need like some weird thing that you can get. It's pretty easy, but as far as I know, I mean, I haven't looked into it on Spotify's end, but as far as I know, you can't just upload them to Spotify. You have to have this thing that you put them in that puts it to Spotify. But we'll see. Maybe it'll be on Spotify, but right now we're only on YouTube. So see you next time over on YouTube. Subscribe now.